Bill O'Reilly here, Monday, November 21st, 2022. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening today in America. The Justice Department picks a special counsel to investigate Donald Trump. Disney fires its CEO. Americans brace for travel chaos this Thanksgiving. Happy birthday, Joe Biden. Also ahead, propaganda won in the midterm vote. But first, Attorney General Merrick Garland naming Jack Smith as a special counsel to investigate Donald Trump. Smith previously led the Justice Department's Public Integrity Division. Since 2018, he's been overseas at the International Criminal Court at The Hague. Mr. Trump dismissing the appointment as yet another witch hunt. Quote, "I will not partake in this appalling announcement today by the egregiously corrupt Biden administration and their weaponized Department of Justice," unquote. Elon Musk reinstalling Donald Trump's Twitter account. The profile was banned after the January 6th Capitol riot. The billionaire Musk conducted an online survey about resurrecting the account. 15 million people voted. Final result, 52% wanted Trump back on Twitter. 48% said no. As I predicted, the Disney Corporation has fired CEO Bob Chapek, who alienated millions of traditional Americans with his woke posture. Former CEO Robert Iger, also a woke guy, takes over as Disney is hemorrhaging money. 55 million Americans traveling between now and Thanksgiving. Flyers bracing for the most expensive air tickets in history. Airfare up 25% across the board. Economists blame high prices on fewer options, carriers slashing routes because of pilot shortages. Folks traveling this week will spend an average of $350 a ticket, up from $250 1 year ago. President Biden turning 80 over the weekend, making him the first octogenarian president in history. The previous record belonged to Ronald Reagan, who was 77 when he left the White House. Mr. Biden will be 86 years old by the end of his second term. Of course, he will not run for a second term. Wait and see. In a moment, propaganda wins again. Right back. Inflation at its highest level in 40 years and interest rates are skyrocketing, as you know. Market experts like Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, predicting recession. So to protect your future, do what I did. Call the only precious metal dealers I trust, American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. You can get started with a short phone call. They will place physical gold and silver right at your door or inside your IRA or 401k. They are the highest rated firm in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied clients. Please tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you and they'll give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. Don't wait. You can call them now. 877-444-GOLD. 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day, a very serious reality check. One of the reasons the SURF never came up for Republicans on Election Day was the barrage of Democrat propaganda which was relayed nonstop by the corrupt corporate media. It was relentless. Democracy is on the ballot, implying a GOP victory would end the republic. The Republicans want to destroy Medicare and Social Security. Abortion will be illegal everywhere. Trump and his deniers will do heinous things, on and on and on. You all heard it. Yes, it's true that conservatives grind out propaganda as well, but they don't have a corporate media to peddle it. It's also true that only a nitwit would believe the left-wing hysteria. But there are many nitwits in the USA. One word: crypto. Sadly, many Americans believe what they want to believe and gobble up propaganda like it's Haagen-Dazs, especially since there is no accountability. Foolish, ill-informed votes count, and intellectually limited Americans often seek out friends in the same category. Call it Goonie birds of a feather flock together. Here is a vivid example of propaganda that took deep root in this country. On March 25, 2021, the state of Georgia passed the Election Integrity Act so that the Trump chaos could not happen again in the Peach State. The new law streamlined the voting process and mandated voter ID, something very loathsome to the far left. In response, President Biden read these words, quote, "This is Jim Crow in the 21st century. It must end," unquote. Of course, it did not end, as the courts found no violation of voters' rights in the new law. Then another nitwit, Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred, attempted to punish Georgia by moving the baseball all-star game from Atlanta to Denver. Said Manfred, quote, "Major League Baseball fundamentally supports voting rights for all Americans and opposes restrictions to the ballot box," unquote. Wow, that man is noble, is he not? Well, on November 8th, the state of Georgia had a record high voter turnout for a midterm election. And the state accurately counted the 4 million ballots on Election Day. It didn't take a week. So I'm expecting an apology from Joe Biden, Rob Manfred, and the legions of corrupt commentators who cynically manipulated the American people over the Georgia election law. But there's no chance these people will ever acknowledge their deception because that's not part of the propaganda program. Jesus said, "The truth will set you free." Not sure the Nazarene anticipated all the nitwits. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. Please go to BillO'Reilly.com if you'd like more news analysis, at least honest news analysis. And Killing the Legends, my big bestseller, I hope you consider it. In a moment, something you might not know. Do you have a mystery smell in your home you can't get rid of? I have the solution. The Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier. It uses oxy technology that destroys every odor there is. If you don't know where the smell is coming from, the thunderstorm will get rid of it in minutes. The thunderstorm doesn't mask or cover up bad odors. It eliminates them. Best of all, no filters to buy. Right now, save $200 on an Eden Pure Thunderstorm 3-pack for the whole home. You'll get 3 units for under $200. Put one in your basement, bedroom, family room, kitchen, anywhere you need fresh, clean air. Please go to EdenPureDeals.com. Put in discount code BILL3 to get 3 units for under $200. That's EdenPureDeals.com. Discount code BILL3 to save $200. Shipping is free. Now, the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 91 years ago today, the most popular monster movie of all time was released. The film spawned 16 sequels, dozens of books, even a children's breakfast cereal. Here is the story of Frankenstein. 20-year-old author Mary Shelley published the book in 1818. She concocted the monster as part of a dare while staying in a Swiss mansion with her husband and a group of friends. The writers held a contest. Who could create the scariest story? Later that night, Mary revealed the plot of Frankenstein, a cautionary tale about the dangers of placing science over God. The ambitious Dr. Frankenstein, hell-bent on defying death, creates human life by robbing graves and assembling body parts. The book, an instant success. 100 years later, Universal Studios was down on its luck. But all that changed in 1930 with the successful movie Dracula. Executives immediately ordered up more horror flicks. On December 21st, 1931, Frankenstein premiered, starring Boris Karloff as the monster. Audience and critics were terrified. Wrote the New York Times, there's no denying that it is far and away the most effective thing of its kind. Beside it, Dracula is tame and quite boring. For the next 30 years, Boris Karloff played the monster in a dozen sequels, including Bride of Frankenstein, Son of Frankenstein, Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, and Ghost of Frankenstein. Karloff died before another film could be made, called Frankenstein Hosts a Cable News Program. And here's something else you might not know. Frankenstein's monster is not just a hit on Halloween. He's also the most successful commercial character in history. The monster has appeared in hundreds of advertisements, including Volkswagen, Pepsi, Hershey's Chocolate, Chevrolet, Radio Shack, even a heartburn medication. Fans of Frankenstein will not have to wait long for another movie. A reboot of the classic hits theaters next summer. Back after this.
There is a concerted effort to intimidate and silence conservative thinkers, rewrite American history, and replace our God-given individual liberty with big government controls. The very freedoms secured by our Constitution are now being threatened by the most liberal leftists our nation has ever seen. They have failed to secure our borders, are trying to indoctrinate and corrupt our children in school, and the list goes on and on. But there are plenty of patriots with the courage to stand up to the far left. AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens, is the leading conservative advocacy and benefits organization in the USA. AMAC members have access to money-saving benefits, a robust website and mobile app, and a magazine filled with all kinds of great content. So please join AMAC today at amac.us and tell them O'Reilly sent you. That's amac.us.
Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.